Hi, and welcome back to Bedecked in the Burbs. I'm Beck, and today we are going to be talking about another one of those times where I went outside of the burbs. I'm going to be recapping my Vegas vacation for you today. I wanted to do it vlog style, but I never get the guts to actually record in public a lot of times. So this is going to be more of a recap, me going through pictures, the few videos I have. If you're going to Vegas, I have some really great suggestions for you, especially if you like a cocktail. I have some great suggestions for you and some outfit ideas based on what I wore to Vegas. And of course, I'm going to share the goodies that I bought along the way. We went again for my husband's work, which happens to be around my birthday. So get your beverage of choice, settle in, and let's talk vacation. I am drinking a Cabernet Sauvignon from a box. It is from the Boda Box brand, which I think is pretty good. My in-laws' house sat while we were gone, and they left this behind, and no complaints. My husband didn't want to be in Vegas any longer than he had to. He's not a huge Vegas fan, although he also had a lot of fun this trip. So we decided to leave Saturday morning, and then I would fly back Tuesday, and he would stay for his conference until Thursday. The reason we had to leave Saturday is because I had gotten tickets to a Foster the People show Saturday night at Fontainebleau, so we will get to that. But we flew out at a very reasonable time. We flew out at 9 a.m. from Milwaukee, straight shot to Vegas, which was great. I wore my Spanx matching set, which of course is perfect airport attire, travel attire, and then just some Nike shoes. And I got a compliment from a lady once we got to Vegas on my matching set. In the bathroom, she was like, "Oh wait, I have that sweatshirt. And I said Spanx, and she's like, "I know, it's so comfortable." And yes, we were bonding over how comfortable it was. So that was pretty cool. It just goes to show you that what you wear can start a conversation. Maybe you don't necessarily want to start a conversation in a airport bathroom, but you just never know. Okay, so we got to our hotel around noon, decided we were gonna have lunch and then meet up with our friends. So we decided just to eat at the food court at Caesar's Palace where we were staying. And first of all, yes, I do have a room tour. It was a pretty typical hotel room. However, it did have a whirlpool tub. Our friends were telling us that the robes at Caesar's Palace are like super comfortable and that we should take one home and get charged for it because it's worth it. However, they did not offer us any robes, so I cannot speak to that. They did sell them in the gift shop, like the shops in the hotel, but they did not put any robes in our room, so I don't know why that is. Okay, so I changed to go to lunch. I changed into these Gap flare jeans, this top, kind of sheer-ish golden sparkly top that I got from Candid Forum here in town on an episode. I used my Sam Edelman leather jacket, same one I wore in Vegas 2 years prior to that. I think the belt was from Target. The bag is my Fendi bag that I bought in Italy. This Kate Spade bangle, and just still my Nikes because we were going to be doing a lot of walking around in the afternoon. So that is what I wore for walking around. For lunch, we just kept it really simple. We went to the food court. At that point, we had breakfast at home, and then I had like second breakfast when I got to the airport, and then we were snacking on the airplane. So like I was already hungry for real food. Like I could tell my body wanted a salad, but none of the salad options in the food court looked that exciting. So we're like, burgers. Both of us wanted burgers. So we went to Bobby's Burgers. I got the one with potato chips on it. I think they called it Crunch Burger, I think. It was very good. It had potato chips and Bobby's sauce on it. From there, we met our friends at Carnival Court, which is kind of this outside stage and bar that's set up kind of by Harrah's and Flamingo and Link, somewhere in that area. I can't remember exactly where it is, but somewhere in that area outside. And it's free admission to go in and watch a show. I think you have to be 21 to get into the area. Well, you have to be 21 to get in the bar area, but it's free admission usually to go down and watch the show. Our friend Paul had friends in the band. He and Becky watch them a lot. They come to Vegas all the time and they see their friend's band a lot. And the friend's band is called the Whippets and they play 80s rock, 80s hair band music, stuff like that, all by request. So you can put in a request, they'll play it. They're really great. And not only that, the bartenders are flair bartenders. They'll be like flipping bottles and like I have a video of one of the bartenders doing, how many of there at a time? Like 20, pouring like 20 drinks at one time. It was, yeah, they were very high energy, very entertaining to watch, as was the band. So we sat there for a few hours as the band did their set. So I had about an hour until I wanted to get back and get ready for my concert. So we decided to get one more drink at, what was this? It was Ramsey's Kitchen by Gordon Ramsay. So we each got a drink there. They were all very good. I got the spiced pear and my husband got, I think, Boston's Inferno because his was like actually smoked. Like they injected smoke in the drink. It was very cool. I'm not really a smoky drink kind of person, but he is all about that. So I think that's what he had. We did maybe like 5 minutes of gambling. We're not big gamblers, but our friends are more so. So we like to do a little every time we go just because we're there. I think I only dropped $40 on gambling. I think my husband maybe did a little more when I was at the concert Saturday night, but you know, we're in Vegas, why not? Hey, editing me here with a little gambling update for you. My husband and his sales partner ended up going out on the last night just to try their hands at something. He's not a big gambler either, but he wanted to, you know, when in Vegas. So they both sat down at a 3-card poker table and each put $100 down and both walked away with $600. Yeah, my husband and our 2 friends and their friend went off to have more adventures. And I went back to Caesars. Actually, they walked me back to Caesars and then they went off. I went back to get ready. But first, I beelined to this place that I saw when we were getting lunch. They served cookie and milk shots. So they were these cookie shot glasses, chocolate chip cookie shot glasses, and they put milk in it. Delicious, of course, but I must say the cookie to milk ratio was not ideal. I would have liked more milk with my cookie, but it was a fun gimmick and of course I was gonna try it. And it's a vending machine. It's a cookie shot vending machine. I had to do it. So yes, that was very fun to try. So from there, I went back to the room and basically just touched up my makeup, changed my shoes, and got ready to go to the concert. I switched from my Nikes to my Kate Spade sequin boots that I got from Divine Consign. I did not really anticipate them being too comfortable. Like, that's not really why I bought them. I bought them because they were sequined, but they were actually really comfortable. I had absolutely no complaints about these boots. And they looked fab. I felt great. I felt like walking to that show, I felt like $1 million in this outfit. So absolutely no complaints. I walked into Fontainebleau, heard a Taylor Swift song playing, and then I went to the concert. So this was basically just a kind of a weird theater. They had a big open general admission area set up, and then they had one that was like the same level as a general admission area, but like just farther back, and that's where I was, the 200 row section. And then there was like a balcony section above and then a second balcony above that. I almost think I would have wanted to be in one of the balconies instead of the first level, but I like front row balcony. Like, okay, this is extra, hold on. We have automated shades and I guess it's the time of night they come down. So I'm just gonna give this a second. My husband's all about the automation, the smart home. Anyway, that's done. I talked to this really nice lady next to me. She and her husband brought her grown-up son and his bestie to the show because Foster the People was his favorite band. So I had seen Foster the People one time before, but it was at one of those holiday concerts where there's like, I don't know, 4 bands playing or whatever. So they just, you know, played a handful of their hits and got off the stage. This time they were headlining. So Good Neighbors, a band called Good Neighbors from the UK opened, and okay, here's the thing with openers. I always kind of dread them because I want to get to the main act. I'm tired. I'm old. Honestly, going into it, I had a little bit of a headache, so I'm like, let's just do it. Let's just get to the main act so I can go. But they were really good. I really enjoyed Good Neighbors. In fact, I will be listening to their music some more. They, halfway through, I realized probably why I like them so much is they reminded me a lot of Walk the Moon. Like their music, which is one of my favorite bands. Their music and also their frontman had this like drum stand there that just like Nick from Walk the Moon has. He's got the bleach hair. They sound alike. Yeah. So Good Neighbors, really good music. Had not heard any of them. Apparently one of their songs, the last song they played, is popular on social media, but I don't know, I didn't recognize it. At about 9:15, Foster the People came on. They did this thing that I hate. And I've been to, hundreds of concerts or whatever. And not many bands do this, and I'm glad for that at least. But they did this thing where they were like, I took a video of it. I posted it on Instagram, so I'll have to show you that. But it's like backlighting. So the band is backlit. Maybe there's like a dim, very dim light underneath them. But I feel like it feels like more intimate lighting than it has a right to in a theater. Like the first 5 rows maybe could have seen the band well with that dim lighting, but everyone else was just blinded by these backlights because not only was the band backlit, but with the spotlights that normally shine at the band, every so often they go like this and like this and like this and like shine at the audience. And like I said, I already had a bit of a headache. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. I came to see a band, not to be blinded by spotlights. Apparently I don't know as many Foster the People songs as I thought I maybe did, or maybe they weren't. They have every right to play whatever song they want. I'm not complaining about the set list one bit, but they played Helena Beat pretty early, which I really like that song. But the other song I really wanted to hear is Sit Next to Me. I ended up looking up set list spoilers on my phone, and that one wasn't until the encore. No surprise there, but something to know about me, I don't usually stay for the encore because usually when I see a band, their biggest single is not as important to me. Like that's not what I'm there to see. So I usually skip the encore to beat the crowd. I didn't even make it to the encore this time. I left halfway through because I was just so tired, so jet lagged. The headache was getting worse. I was very dehydrated and I was not actually having a good time. I was annoyed with the band for having this annoying lighting. I don't begrudge them for not playing more singles. I just wish I would have studied up more, gotten more water intake that day, gotten more sleep, and I wish the band didn't have that crazy ass lighting. So when I left, they were giving out stamps in case people wanted re-entry. And the stamp was this cute little ticket that they put on the inside of my arm. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have any tattoos, but something like this would be really cute if I did want a tattoo. My first 2 casual outfits for this Vegas trip were sheer or semi-sheer. The second one was another top from Candid Form. It was this like meshy lace, so it was even more sheer than the top the night before. But I'm like, when in Vegas, right? Where else am I gonna wear a sheer top? I mean, I would, but I would wear a tank top underneath it. In this case, I didn't. I wore this sheer top, Malakari necklace, and layered with one from Target. This belt that I got secondhand, and I cannot remember what the brand name is right now, but it doesn't really matter. It's just a leopard belt. Another pair of Gap jeans, and my trusty Cole Haan boots that I wore walking around last time in Vegas, because I knew this would be a big walking day, and I didn't want to wear sneakers again. I was really looking forward to this day because this was the day we were going to walk around with our friends Paul and Becky. They know all the hot spots. Like, they are Vegas regulars. They know a lot of cool places, and even if they haven't been to those places before, they know of the places. And my thing is, like, I love trying new foods and new places and new experiences, so that I was really looking forward to this day, and it did not disappoint. I also wore this jacket for walking around that day because the weather was great. I probably didn't need the jacket this day, but the weather was great. It was kind of in the 60s, but it was sunny, so that helped. My goals were thrice. There were a couple things I wanted to shop for, which I'll get into later. My other goal was to either have a really interesting dessert and or cocktail and have brunch somewhere. Enter Cafe Lola, which is in the Forum Shops of Caesar's Palace. The Forum Shops were not open yet, but this was a little after 8 o'clock. Cafe Lola was open. It was so cute. It was like a French themed bakery, but they also had like regular breakfast kind of stuff. So I had a creme brulee French toast, which even had like the crispy, sugary top on it, which was really, really yummy. And my husband wanted something simple and eggs and bacon and toast, and they had that too, so it was kind of perfect. I got some macarons to go, and spoiler alert, I didn't end up eating those until the next day, and they would have been really good fresh. They were a little stale the next day, so I really should have put those in the fridge or just eaten them fresh. I don't remember what we did between breakfast and lunch at all, but we had plans to meet Paul and Becky at RPM Steakhouse. RPM Italian Steakhouse. I think it was a steakhouse. Anyway, RPM, also in Caesar's Palace. When I had breakfast, I'm like, I should really make smart decisions and have protein. And I did not. So at lunch, I was like, okay, I need to get some protein in and some vegetable. So their pasta really did look good, but they had a shaved Brussels sprout salad, which sounded great to me. And we got the meatballs and the arancini for appetizers. So I had my protein with meatballs. Oh, and I added chicken to the shaved Brussels sprouts chicken, or to the shaved Brussels sprout salad. Chicken wasn't that exciting. It was just grilled chicken. The meatballs were amazing. The arancini was good, and the Brussels sprout salad was good. And it's exactly what I needed for fuel for the rest of the day. And Becky and I both got cocktails. She got a Paloma. I got what was a dirty, it was basically a dirty martini, but it was made with olive oil instead of olive juice. Tasted very much like olive oil, but they gave me this little cup of olives. Once I put the olives in, perfect. It was great. It was very yummy. I was happy. Then it was shopping time. So I had two things I was looking for. We hit the Forum Shops, of course, because we were there. I had two things, three things I was looking for specifically. For Valentine's Day, I wanted a heart bracelet, and I had kind of done some pre-looking around to see what places I wanted to go for that. Places there span like many different price ranges. I mean, there was a bracelet at Valentino I thought was really cool, but I wasn't willing to spend, I don't even remember how it was, $700 or more on a bracelet. But place I found the cutest, most affordable bracelet, I thought, is Pandora. So saw the Pandora store, popped into there first, got this cute heart bracelet. There we go. Can you see that? That's okay. I will put a picture in if you can't. So then the other thing I was looking for, I did not want to buy any clothes on this trip. I don't need any clothes. All good there. The other thing I was looking for was a pair of shoes. I could definitely use a dressier pair of boots with like a skinnier heel, I'm thinking, but still short, and a cool pair of sneakers. I'm still on the quest for a cool and comfortable pair of sneakers, because I just got Nike Dunks for Black Friday, and those are cool, but they're not comfortable. Paul is a shopper, and he is a luxury shopper, so he knows all the good brands, and Nike is his go-to for comfortable and cool sneakers. So we went to the Nike store, and we were kind of looking around, and I spotted these monstrosities. They're not in here. I can't hold them up. Hold on. I'm gonna get them because I think you need to see them in not just a picture. Okay, so I mentioned this before, but it bears repeating because it's It's relevant. I am a Valentine's baby. I was born on Valentine's Day. So this time of year, all I can think about is pink, red, hearts, everything. Last year, I really wanted a pair of Valentine's themed Nike Dunks, but now I know those aren't comfortable, so I saw these in the men's section. I can fit into men's Nikes or women's Nikes, so we did a lap around the whole place to make sure nothing stood out more than these. And how could anything possibly stand out more than these? Red and pink on the bottom, red in this fuchsia color, the shiny fuchsia color. And then they got these cool, hopefully this little bubble letters that spell Nike here. So cute. And the strings say, the shoelaces say, "It's not me, it's you." So funny. So yeah, these, I love that I have Valentine's themed shoes now. I was saying the whole time, I don't know if I can pull these off. And number one, and I know my kids will hate these. Those things are both still true. One other shoe related thing I wanted to do is go into Fendi. They had a Fendi store there among other places, and I had walked by and seen one of the stylish shoes that I've been scoping out. It's these Colibri slingback pumps. I've mentioned it on the channel before that slingbacks do not work for me because the little skinny strap at the heel always falls off. At the back of the foot always falls off my heel. It's super annoying. I can't deal with it, but I do think slingbacks are really cute. So these, and I love a pointy toe shoe. These are like the best of the both worlds. They have a short heel option and they have a higher heel option. I like the short chunky heel option. They look kind of sporty, but kind of fancy. And they got this big ass heel strap that is like a combination of a slingback and a sneaker. It's so cool. I had a feeling I would like these shoes, but they're like $1,000 originally priced, and I would not spend that without trying them on. I've been watching them on The Real, so you can get them for a few $100s less. I will probably pull the trigger one of these days, but it wasn't today. So I assured my husband, I am not buying these shoes today, but I do need to try them on for size and see if I like them. I loved them. I loved them. They were super comfortable. I could walk in them. This mesh detail with the stripe, this sporty stripe is like, I could see that matching so many things. It matched the outfit I had on that day. I could have walked out of the store with those right then and it would have gone perfectly with my outfit. I will definitely at some point be getting those shoes, but I'm going to keep an eye on The Real because I would prefer not to spend $1,000 on them, but they are that good. I think personally they're that good, and they come in a lot. These are the mesh ones, but they come in so many other different color combinations and patterns and features and like textures. Like I've seen sequin ones and stuff like that. So I think they're super fun. I think they're different. I think they're comfortable. And I'm going to have them someday, but I'm gonna wait. Last time we were in Vegas with Paul and Becky, I wanted to go to Vanderpump in Paris because I just like the aesthetic. Not only that, and they had a birthday drink I wanted to try. So Paul had mentioned that there's a Pinkies at the Flamingo, Pinkies by Vanderpump at the Flamingo. So I'm like, yeah, okay, listen, I did used to watch Real Housewives. Here and there, I watched some New York. I watched some New York. I watched some Beverly Hills. I watched a lot of Atlanta for a while. I think New Jersey. New Jersey was the other one I was hooked on for a while. Besides that, I think those are the only ones I've seen some of. So I know who Lisa Vanderpump is, but I've never watched Vanderpump Rules. I just really like her aesthetic. This was Pinkies. It was kind of like an Art Deco themed 1920s kind of establishment, flamingo themed because it was at the Flamingo. I got the birthday drink. It was pineapple. Nope, just kidding. What was it? What was it called? Birthday Baby. A white chocolate strawberry martini, vanilla vodka, creme de cacao, Black Irish white chocolate liqueur, strawberry chocolate bitters, flamingo chocolate macaron, and birthday sprinkles. I did not receive my flamingo chocolate macaron. So I was I should have asked, but I didn't. Because they were out of some stuff, so it's possible they were out of the macarons too. The service was slow, but I think sometimes in Vegas that depending on where you're at, you kind of got to expect that. And honestly, we didn't have any place to be, so it was fine that the service was slow there. My drink was amazing though. I loved it. I loved the sprinkles on the side. Everyone had good drinks. Becky had this cute espresso martini that I could not get a good picture of. Can't remember what my husband got, but I think it was a spicy drink. So then we decided to walk around a little more, walk down the strip. We were headed towards the Cosmo to go to a couple places there to get some other beverages. So we decided, or we walked through the Bellagio on our way, and they were set up for Chinese New Year again in this like atrium area. Very cool. And then we headed to 2 speakeasies inside of the Cosmopolitan. So if you are into trying new cocktails, if you are into speakeasies as like a concept, there are three, I believe, in the Cosmopolitan. We hit up 2 of them. So one of them, the third one is the barbershop, by the way. The first one is the ski lodge, and these guys had gone to the ski lodge before while I was at the concert the night before, and I'm like, well, I wanted to go too, so we went again. It was very, 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 very dark in there. I'm not entirely sure why it had to be so very dark, but the theming was very cool. It looked like a ski lodge, and they even like piped in wood fire, stove, smoke smell. It was very cool. My husband is a big skier, so he loved it. The drinks were really good. They were playing Star Wars on a CRT. It was just very cozy, but very dark. And the next speakeasy we went to was called Ghost Donkey. This was like a Mexican themed speakeasy. Not as much theming as the ski lodge had, but good drinks. I had an espresso martini that had like cinnamon in it, and it was like Mexican chocolate. It was yummy. I had another one the next night from a different place, and this one was better, but we will get to that. So the only plans for the day really was to walk around, try different places, and then the plan was to end up at the big Ferris wheel at the link. One of Paul and Becky's other hot spots that they like to hit up was a boozy Taco Bell, where they sell like slushies of their different flavored slushies that you can add booze to, booze of your choice. So I added rum to this. I do not remember what flavor I got. Maybe some strawberry thing? Some fruity beverage that I added rum to. And my husband got a Baja Blast, I believe. And then we headed to dinner at this food court that had stuff like Subway and Sbarro, some other restaurants you see everywhere, and then 2 local places that did like birria meat and other things, pork, I think, on either like tacos or hot dogs, like loaded hot dogs or loaded baked potatoes. It was kind of 2 similar businesses next to each other that kind of did similar things. So a couple of us got hot dogs. I got the loaded baked potato. So good. I was so full after this, but it was like a good full. We briefly stopped at the M&M store because I'm like, we're here, this looks cool. It was kind of cool. I think you'd have to really be into M&Ms though. I went in hoping to find like weird flavors to try out. I didn't find any weird flavors that I hadn't seen before, or like discontinued flavors, because my favorite flavor of M&M ever was the candy corn M&Ms. And those have been discontinued, and I honestly, I think they were probably just white chocolate flavored, but they were so good and I loved them. They did not have candy corn ones there. I think the major draw would have been M&M swag if you're really into M&Ms, and like the custom M&Ms, I guess you could get there. And in many different colors. So that was that, and then we walked down to our Ferris wheel. We ended up getting tickets for the drink car on the Ferris wheel. So it's a half-hour ride around the largest Ferris wheel in the world. And in the world? In the United States? I don't remember. But anyway, when you get to the top, you can see all of Vegas, and it's all you can drink for a half hour. We pretty much went our separate ways after that. Monday, I let my husband sleep in. I put on my new sneaks with my Skims pajamas and one of my husband's sweatshirts and went down to find breakfast. You know what was weird? We had a Keurig coffee maker in our room, but we did not have any pods for it. We didn't have any K-cups for it. So that was unfortunate. Even after housekeeping came, they didn't give us any K-cups. But it gave me a chance to walk down and check out one of the like coffee shops they had there. So this was the brioche one. Was it Guy Savoy? Brioche by something Savoy. I will find the name of it. But he sells little like brioche pastries or muffins or something like that. So I picked up a cinnamon brioche for myself, a blueberry muffin for my husband, and a coffee, and I was happy. I went back to the room and edited until my husband got up, and then around 9 we had no plans on Monday until dinner. So this was a lazier day for us, which we needed. But I changed, got ready. This is what I wore. This dress, I can't remember the brand at this moment, but I got it at 5th Main. The heart necklace that I'm wearing now, it's just from Target, and I wanted to be comfortable because I knew we were probably going to do more walking this day. So I completely understand that this all clashes, but the theme of our weekend was, it's Vegas, it's fine. So I went with it. So I wore this dress, these sneakers, and then this coat again in case I got cold, which I did for the first 10 minutes and then it warmed up. So we went to this restaurant, the Brasserie, I believe it was called. It was a French restaurant, but they served like super simple things for breakfast. So I just got an Eggs Benedict, which was very yummy, and it had greens, which I liked. So I got my protein and my vegetables in. And I had pastry, so that was a great way to start the day. My only plan that day was to chill now that my episode was finished. So we did that for a little, but then my husband's like, let's go walk somewhere. So I'm like, okay, let's go check out the Hershey store. Let's see if it's any cooler than the M&M store. I think it was. They had like Hershey milkshakes there. I thought someone said they had like boozy drinks there, but I didn't clock it. I didn't see any chocolatey drinks there. Maybe I just missed it. They also had like bakery items, which I thought was cool. And they had some weird flavors of like Kit Kats and Reese's peanut butter cups. So I picked up some red velvet Reese's peanut butter cups, and I was debating between like a Reese's Blondie and this Kit Kat brownie. I went with the Kit Kat brownie. I think it may have been a mistake. So yes, my outfit was wacky, but I received 3 separate compliments that day. First on my coat from a woman in the hotel. Some guy on the street said to me, that's the best dress in Vegas right now, about my dress. My husband was standing right there, it was whatever. And then later, when we got back to the hotel and we're walking back to our room, one of the security guys said he liked my shoes. So as an outfit together, it may have been a little cray-cray, but the pieces were all good. On our way back to the hotel, we were trying to think of one more place to hit. There was one more speakeasy we hadn't done, but we didn't do that. We did end up going back to the Cosmo and doing the Chandelier Bar, which is a 3-story bar, all encased in this like crystal chandelier, and then there's a crystal chandelier over the bar. I have heard not all the drinks are good, but the 2 drinks we got were very good. I started with the yellow one, but ended up with the pink one because my husband liked mine better. I got a peach one, he got a strawberry one. The peach one was very peachy and sweet, and the strawberry one was just refreshing, and I liked that. So yes, very much enjoyed our time at the Chandelier Bar. Got a couple aesthetic pictures there. On the way back, in the perfect weather of Las Vegas, we were walking by the Bellagio and they started playing Mbop right as I walked by, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I took a video of that. I was so happy. Went back to the hotel, tried my Kit Kat brownie when my husband did a little work. It was just okay. There was a strawberry Kit Kat on the top, and that was honestly probably the highlight. This brownie was not that great. I've had better brownies. The red velvet Reese's was good, but nothing too exciting. And then we took a nap. The plan originally was to go back to Carnival Court and see the Whippets again because they had another set that day. And my husband's sales partner was coming into town. So we were going to meet up with him, see the Whippets, and then get dinner with my husband's boss and his wife, who we've hung out with on previous trips. I've talked about them in the Italy trip and the Hawaii trip. Anyway, my husband's sales partner ended up not feeling well. And then he ended up rallying and texting us. But at that point, we were asleep, taking a nap. So I did not end up seeing him on this trip. After our nap, we had a little more energy then. So I kept the same dress on, but I changed my shoes again to my sequin Kate Spade boots and curled my hair, touched up my makeup, and then we decided to grab a drink before we met his boss for dinner and his boss's wife, and checked out another Vanderpump property. There was a Vanderpump cocktail garden right in Caesar's Palace, right outside of the Forum Shops. So we went to that, met his boss for a drink. I had a kind of disappointing espresso martini, but my husband's drink was very good. So I gotta sit like this now because my teen is behind me and she doesn't want to be on camera. and okay, so I gotta finish this up so I can make us dinner. Speaking of dinner, the last meal, like I said, we met up with my husband's boss and his wife. We went to Amalfi by Bobby Flay at Caesar's. This was a fancy Italian place. We wanted to relive our Italy vacation. The food was really good. They had good seafood there. I had like a lobster cavatelli. It was so good. I said at the time to my husband, I'm like, this is gonna ruin protein spaghetti for me when I get home. I'm never gonna want to eat protein spaghetti again. I wanted a salad for some reason. Why did I get a salad? Oh, because they said the pasta wasn't big enough for an entree. So I got a salad, I got the pasta, and then I got polenta, mushroom polenta for some reason. That was just okay, but the salad was great and the pasta was amazing. So, and the wine was really good too. We had my husband and I phoned a friend who our sommelier friend, and she recommended what wine to get, what Italian wine to get. So I don't know if I can find that on the menu, but highly recommend. The next day, I woke up at 6, got on a plane, put on my Spanx matching set again, and flew home, and the flight was pretty uneventful, so that's great. So that was my Vegas vacation. Everything I did, everything I ate, everything I bought in Vegas. It was a great time. I know these aren't generally the most popular videos, but hopefully it gave you some ideas of what to do on your next Vegas trip, or maybe some reviews of what I bought. Or you can live vicariously. I love living vicariously through videos like this. I don't even have to go on the trip. I'll just watch a recap and I'm good. If you liked this trip recap though, please do give it a like, consider subscribing and turning on those post notifications, because I have 2 more exciting trips coming up this year that I will be recapping, and maybe I'll do a better job of vlogging, but no promises. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next week for whatever I decide to deck out next. Bye.